Okay, good evening, everyone. We're here for the regular council meeting of November 22nd. We will go around the table for a quick introduction. We have Councillor Shane Pelche. Evening. We have Assistant CEO Dominic Lemoine, myself, Chris Ewan, Councillor Janine Belanger,
Evening.
Councillor Jason Bonnerchuk, good evening, and Junior Councillor Mireille Lemoine.
Evening.
And I think with us, boarding on a jet plane, we have Councillor Joel Lemoine waving. And you will be on mute, I think, for the rest of the event. So without further ado, I will call the meeting to order. Do I have a mover? Councillor Pelche, second Councillor Bonnerchuk. Any questions before we open the meeting? No? Okay, I will call for the question. All those in favor? That is carried. Thank you. Meeting opens at 7:01 p.m. Item 2, adoption of the agenda. Do I have a mover? Councillor Belanger, second Councillor Pelche. Any questions, comments, changes? I think we'll go straight into delegations actually, and then we will go to the rest of the meeting. If council's good with that, okay? So without any other changes, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That is good. Moving straight to the delegation, so that's item 6. We have just one delegation tonight. We have Dee Dee Budgell Short, Turon Creek speed limit. We will get her to come up, but I'm also going to entertain the idea of 3 speakers, I believe, or 2 speakers. 2 speakers and a total of 10 minutes for this evening's delegation. So Dee Dee, if you want to start, come on up, and then we'll have the next delegation.
That feels better. Good evening, and thanks to everybody for giving me the opportunity to speak once again to you about the reduction of the speed limit, Turon Creek from 50 to 35. So I thought I would just go over the highlights of my last presentation that was provided on September 7th, 2022. Since then, as you know, Turon Creek has grown leaps and bounds. And there's quite a few new residents in our area. A few issues have come up since the community was first developed. The issues that are coming up is we have that construction zone. So we have an entrance and an exit, only one. So nothing for construction vehicles that are separate. So with the congestion of the construction vehicles and passenger vehicles, we're having safety issues, and they've been going on since I moved there. Of course, the congestion of the construction vehicles makes it super hard to see the little ones when they're on their bikes or they're walking or they're playing. Right now, we don't have the park. I know the park is going to be developed, but I think that's probably a few years along the way. Same with the entrance and exit. I know that there's going to hopefully be another one, but that is yet a few years under. We also have the daycare that's going up. So I'm sure that people are going to go with their cars, to pick up their children, come back to Turon Creek. I don't think this falls under yours because it's on a highway, but we have the 70 there, then the 50, and it's just, like right now, it's a mess. The other problem is we have a lot of families in Turon Creek and they will be walking over there. So we have that issue of safety. I think the bottom line is the safety issue. I know it's been brought to my attention to do with speed bumps, to do with law enforcement. We do have law enforcement that lives in the community. I have talked to St. Pierre Detachment in the past. It was a while ago, but they're more than willing to come out for the first little while and try to control that. If we take it from 50 to 35, City of Winnipeg has done a pilot project. The pilot project has been going on for 2 years now. They are going to keep the ones that they move down to 30 or 35, and then some 40, but they are going to reduce that. So my ask is basically, can we have a vote to reduce 50 to 35 from the town council? Now, I did ask that last year, but I know there was a lot of stuff going on. So that's why I brought it back up to Mitch to see if that's something that you would entertain.
Are you looking for the whole development to be 30?
Yes. So right now, the develop, like you can't, like, it's more on Chimney Swift. When you're coming in, you go around that roundabout, that's not bad. But they just through Chimney Swift. I see it because I'm right on Chimney Swift. There's been some near misses. And it's, like, I'm sure when you, if you were in the neighborhood, you would see it. But it's just with construction, people are taking some of those passes way too fast. And again, you know, you can't enforce it unless you have a radar there. But if we see it, we bring it to the detachment's attention, we can get people out to just kind of, because now I'm going through town, I slow down to 30. Like, there's no way. And RCMP have been out here quite a few times. So that's all we're asking for. 35, sorry.
Is that everything on your end?
That's basically it.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
Get the next speaker to come on.
Excellent. Sorry.
Your goers. We only took 4 minutes, so I'm gonna give you an extra minute because we're nice guys.
My name is Michael Begagne.
Michael, me free?
Michael Begagne. Thank you very much for letting me speak. I appreciate it. We moved into the neighborhood in Giant Creek 3 years ago in the fall of 2020. There was only about 15 or 20 homes at the time. The traffic buildup and the dump trucks coming in and out of that subdivision, I worried back then about an accident. You know, we have a significant number of people who own dogs, a few families of children back then, but now it's blown crazy with children. And I've seen across the street from us, one of our neighbors has a small little Shih Tzu take off out of his garage and run across the street. I was worried back then about someone getting hurt. Someone's gonna get hurt or something is gonna get hurt. There's a long thoroughfare, like Dee said, right from the entrance all the way down to Bartman. That's a long straight stretch. And when cars and trucks come around that roundabout, it acts like a slingshot. And I'm not joking, it acts like a slingshot. I'll give you an example. We were doing this year, we were doing Thanksgiving dinner on Sunday. I was in the kitchen all day Saturday, cooking and getting stuff ready. My back window looks out onto the green space and facing the roundabout, and one after the other. I thought, what's going on here? I started counting between 1:30 and 5. There was 18 cars. And I know the difference between speeding and keeping the speed limit. There was 18 cars that I accounted for on that stretch. I think a speed bump right in the middle of that. Not a big one, not one of those ones that are, 10 inches high. My sister lives in a trailer park in Winnipeg. They have speed bumps that are gradual, that are about 5 feet wide and just slowly come up maybe 6 inches, which is enough to catch your attention. Someone's gonna get hurt. Someone's gonna get seriously hurt, or one of those dogs, which is most people, that's their family, their kids. Someone's gonna get hurt. And I'm just here to support. I think it either should be reduced or a speed bump on that in between the roundabout and where Chimney Swift starts, because both of them are quite a speed up. Park there and watch one afternoon and see what it does, but it's not fun. Thank you for your time.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate that. We'll move on to regular business. Just so everyone's aware, we will discuss it at the planning meeting. We'll talk about if there's any future development. I'm sure Jason or someone will let you know what goes on the top. Sounds good. Okay, you're welcome to stay for the most exciting show you see tonight, or you can go. Yeah. Thanks, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. So we'll go back to item jump back to item 3, adoption of the minutes. Do I have a mover? Counselor Bonner, second Counselor Pelche.
Okay, so that's for the regular council meeting of November 7th. We had a couple delegations on that one, the exchange group, which is for the audit, and our CMP. We also passed first and second reading for our 3M bylaw. So that has been sent to the minister, and we're just waiting to hear back on what's gonna happen with that. And then we also released a couple letter of credits for Manfred Meadows and Turon Creek. And that's it, nothing else to report.
Very good. Council, do you have any comments, questions, edits, additions? No, here. I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Got a little air wave in there. Moving on to 4.1, accounts paid to be approved. I have a mover. Counselor Belanger, second. Counselor Pelche.
Okay, so we've got one batch there, batch number 17636, just shy of 5,000. It's just a tax refund. The individual paid twice or double paid their taxes, so we're just refunding that to them.
Perfect. Any comments, questions? Seeing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. 4.2, accounts not paid to be approved. Do I have a mover? Counselor Bonner, second. Counselor Lemoine.
Okay, we've got 4 batches here. The first being batch 18030, which is the utility refund, just at $50, again, probably an overpayment. Batch 18031, another tax refund, again, it was double paid, so we're returning that to the owners. And then an EFT for batch 18032 of 927, and then the large batch of batch 18015 of 1,300,000 and change. And so you've received a summary for that. Just to kind of quickly touch point, we've got some big ones for the office expansion, which was in about 333,000, and St. All Care, which was about 477,000, sorry. And DFA as well, 171,000. So, any other questions?
Council, any comments, questions? You want to hear?
Just in the project totals, I guess, yeah, was that an old one, just because the office expansion said this payment was 349K and the totals is 332, which is less, so it's just seems backwards. Or am I reading wrong?
Sorry, so,
See, the bottom's got project totals.
yep, 333. So that's the total for this batch. Oh, no, that
No.
should be.
It should be more than the total for this batch, because it's a total of the project, right?
I think it's for the batch. I think these are just summaries of the batch and how much it's going to that, but that's not the actual total of it.
So then what's in the top, the details then?
So the details, for example, you'll see Gradium has 300, I see what you're.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know why that last one. Yeah. Yeah, I could just, yeah, because I was under the impression that this was just a
Mm-hmm.
subtotal of the actual batch. I think
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be great, thanks.
for sure.
Anything else?
No.
Call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. 4.3, payrolls to be approved. Do I have a mover? Johnson. Second. Bonner.
So here we're just doing one payroll for staff, payroll that was number 22. So again, a little bit of overtime for public works, but no big concerns here on our end.
Perfect. Any questions, comments? Call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. We go to public hearings. Just a quick run through of how it's gonna work. We are going to call out the item number for the public hearing. I will then open the public hearing. I'll ask if there's anyone wishing to speak on the application, so make a presentation. After that, I'll ask if there's anyone wishing to speak in favor, in person, online, or on the phone. And then anyone online or on the phone, in person wishing to speak against. I'll do a one more time, and then I will close the public hearing. At that time, it is for council to do their debate and discussion. So there'll be no public engagement at that time. And without further ado, we will start with 5.2.1 C25 2023 Midwest Poultry 2312 and 2336 Bulk Road.
Okay, great. So this one here is to allow a chicken livestock operation expansion from an existing 300 animal units to 400 animal units. And so we've sent our notifications as per municipal act. We hit up MRPD, we shop manager, Mike Dumaine, the building inspector, council, CEO, fire chief, as well as sending out connect on our website, municipal board on the website. And we also did, just to make note, as there was a question, we did send it to Yarmouth Hanover as well as the town of Niverville, since it's so close to their boundaries. So they have been notified as well.
Thank you. I'll open the public hearing at 7:16 PM. Is there anyone wishing to make a presentation on this application? Okay, is there anyone wishing to speak in favor in person?
The only thing I would like to add to that is if it's a concern for animal waste products, is none stays on the farm, it's all under contract to go to Big Mushroom Farms.
Okay. Good.
All of it? All, 100%.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good to know.
For going on 3 years now, so.
Okay.
Sorry, what is that for?
Love day mushrooms. So it's next thing we got mushrooms.
So that's what we're eating.
It gets composted for 2 years, term, and it actually is blended with other potting soil, so
Right.
we're going to see it and grow mushrooms.
Cool, thank you.
Awesome. Okay, anyone online wishing to speak in favor? No one online? Anything received in favor?
No.
Anyone in person wishing to speak against? Anyone online wishing to speak against? Anything received?
No.
Okay, one last call, final comments in favor in person, online on the phone, or against, sorry. Just been done, I'll close the public hearing at 7:17 PM. Deb Mover, Councillor Pelche, second, Councillor Boderchuk.
And so therefore be it resolved that the conditional use C-25/2023 is approved with the following conditions. Applicant shall meet all required separation distances for livestock operation in table 10-3 in the zoning bylaw, number 9, 2019, as amended. Any proposed construction shall require a building permit from the appropriate authority. And number 3, applicant provides a signed confirmation letter accepting the terms of this order. There may be site audits conducted to ensure compliance and any non-compliance issues that may be caused to evoke the conditional use at any time.
Thank you. Open up for public debate, council debate, sorry, council do anything to add? No, I've got nothing here. No, good. Okay, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Moving on past allegations, we've done them already to 7.1.1, Senate all free designation time 2050. Do I have a mover? Councillor Bonerchuk, second, Councillor Pelche.
Okay, so this one here is we're just looking to pass the resolution to have a change for the community of St. Adolphe from a settlement to a rural center designation. And so we're just looking to, if this passes, to send it off to have it, I guess draft 2 is what we received. So to have that edited in plan 2050 to include this. So I think the thought behind that is that they might not have had all the information at the time that this was made. And so we're just trying to lobby them to make that change, as it makes a bit more sense to have a higher density in the community here.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And council debate discussion, anything to add?
No, we're looking to get it changed. Very straightforward.
Perfect. Okay, call for the question. Those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. 7.1.2, October 2023 building permit reports. Do I have a mover? Councillor Belanger, second. Councillor Pelche, thank you. Oh my God.
Okay, so this is for October 2023 here, so. So the total permits for 2023 was 200 versus 174 for 2022 October. Our total value is 49 million, again for 2023 versus 43 million, 0.5 for 2022. And total permit fees was 120,000 versus 126, shy of 127. So looks like we're doing pretty good here this year. So I think the number of issued permit was actually just 8 this year versus 16 last year. So the value itself seems to be decent. Our permit fees were 1,800 here in 2023. In 2022, it was 9,000. So that's a little bit of a difference there, but overall value seems to be doing quite well.
Also, yeah, it's been a really good year. October has not shown that,
But
but
we're still
But the rest of the year, we're still way ahead from last year, which is pretty interesting. So, anything else from council? Okay, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. And 10, adjournment. Do I have a mover? Counselor Pelletier, second Counselor Bodnar. Final thoughts? No? Okay, perfect. Junior Counselor, did you have anything? You're always getting stuck with these very. meetings. Yeah, we'll get you on here sometime.
I'm sure.
Perfect. I will call for the question. All those in favor? That is carried. I'll close the meeting at 7:21 PM. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. And we will see you next time. Stop recording.